Good morning, first graders. I hope you have all your good Chicago sports gear on. I've got my Bulls jersey on, my Scottie Pippen jersey, and my Chicago White Sox hat. And I'm sure that some of you would be giving me a hard time for wearing a Sox hat instead of a Cubs hat. But I'm a Sox fan. That's just the way it is. All right, let's see who's here. I see Jose and Emerson and Elijah, Callan, Maggie. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. Emerson saying hello. Nella's here. Good morning, Nella. Okay, while everyone's getting started, I'm going to read some more poems. This one I chose because the pictures I thought were just so pretty. Look at these pictures. And I can't wait until it's summertime when we get to see fireflies. Here's Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Sadie. Good morning, everybody. This one's called I Like to Shine, and it's just so pretty. Here's Ulysses. Hi, Ulysses. Good morning. Okay, this is called I Love to Shine. I love to shine, I love to shine. I love to let what's in me shine outside. I love to shine, I love to shine. I love to let what's in me shine outside. The world needs all the light that we can muster, each moon and star and comet in the sky. We add to all the world our special luster, so shine on, friends, and never question why. We love to shine, we love to shine, we love to let what's in us shine outside. We love to let what's in us shine outside. This one is just so pretty. I almost want to take it out of the book and put it on my wall. Here's Caleb. Hi, Caleb. And this one's called Fences. We're going to talk a little bit about what it's like to live in the city and what it's like to live in the country today. And this looked a little bit more to me like living in the country where these fences are. There's Jair. Good morning, Jair. This is called Fences. Fences, fences, the world is full of fences, and some I like and some I don't like that keep me out. Now the kind that keep me out are the kind that make me pout. They're the kind that have no gate at all. They're the kind that go up too tall. Fences, fences. The world is full of fences. And some I like, yes, some I do like. The kind that keep me safe. Now the kind that keep me safe, you see, are the kind that keep wild beasts from me. They're the kind that help me stop my car so I never have to go too far. Fences, fences, the world is full of fences. From what I see, they're a help to me, and the ones I hate I can tolerate. So fences, fences, the world must keep its many, many fences. So we kind of have some invisible fences around us right now, right? Up in the second part where they're talking about the fences that keep us safe. Right now we had to put up our own fences so that we could keep everybody safe and healthy and not get sick. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the country today and the fences out in the country. Here's Liam. Good morning, Liam. Okay, let's start practicing some words, okay? We're going to practice some more magic E words today because today is an IXL day and there's 2 topics for you to do with magic E words. So we're going to practice some more. Today we're going to practice magic E that have the sound U in the middle. And there's not a ton of words that have magic E and a U, but we're going to practice some today. Good morning, Liam. Okay, ready? Do you have a pencil or a marker or a whiteboard? Whatever you have to write, we're going to practice some. Okay, let's start with the word cute. Cute. All of you guys are so cute learning on the computer. Let's stretch it. Ready? C-U-T. Cute. You hear that U right in the middle there? Let's write it. Cute. Which letter do you think is making that K sound at the beginning? Cute. Without the E, what word is it? Cut. Very good. We need the E to make it say cute. Excellent. Let's try another one. Let's try the word So here's the tricky thing about you. Sometimes it says the sound you, k, you, t, and sometimes it sounds a little bit different, like tube. It sounds a little bit more like ooh instead of you. So that's why these are a little tricky, because sometimes they say you and sometimes they say ooh, like in the word tube, tube. In the summer, I like to float in the pool with a tube. Let's stretch tube. Ready? T, oo, b, tube. This one's a little tricky. It's still you, even though it's not quite saying its own name. Tube. Oop, knocking things over here. Tube. What is it without the E? It's tub, right? The bathtub. But when we add an E, it says tube. So we have k, u, t, oob. We can make those two sounds. Let's say the two sounds. You, ooh. One more time. You, ooh. Very good. Let's change cute into the word mute. Mute. Mute means to turn the sound off the TV. You can write it next door if you don't have a whiteboard, or you can erase the first letter to turn it into mute. What letter are you going to need? Mute. Very good. You need an M. Excellent. Let's turn tube into the word cube. Cube. Very good, Caleb. Like we use counting cubes to help us do math at school. Turn tube into cube. It has that k sound at the beginning. Which letter do you think it is? Oh, nice job. I see Kellen's telling me about his Lexia. Excellent. You need a C. Very good. Let's take the E off of these words. What do they say without the E? What does this word say? It says mutt. Very good. If you have two T's, a mutt is a kind of dog that is a mixed breed dog. And without the E, this is the word cub. Like the Cubs. I bet a lot of you are wearing Cubs hats today. Not Miss Gwendolyn, though. Cub. All right, let's try a few more. Let's write the word tune. Tune. I've been singing the tune. What tune have I been singing? I don't know. I was humming a tune today. Let's stretch out the word tune. Ready? T, u, n, tune. Actually, it's more ooh. T, ooh, n, tune. Hi, Penny. Let's write the word tune. Tune. Very good. Tune. Let's write the word use. Use. I will use Sadie's cup to hold my water. Use. Ready? Use. Use. It's a little bit tricky. Oh, nice job. See Sadie and Caleb and Ulysses typing their words in. Awesome. Try to write the word use. It's not a Z. What else makes that sound? An S, right? U-S-E. Very good. Let's try the word flute. Flute. And a flute is an instrument you hold like this and you blow through the bottom of your lip like that. Flute. Let's stretch it. Ready? F, u, u, t. Flute. Very good. Let's write it. Flute. Flute. I bet you guys are getting really good at using the typewriter, the keys on your phones and finding where all the letters are. You guys are getting really fast at that. Nice job. Flute is spelled F-L-U-T-E. Excellent. You guys are doing awesome. Zane's here. Good morning, Zane. Hi, buddy. Okay, let's write a sentence. Ready? I have a tube of white paint. You can try to write it in the box, or you can write it on whatever you're using in front of you. I have a tube of white paint. I have. If you have your word wall at home, you can use that for have. I have a tube. I have a tube of white. I have a tube of white paint. I have a tube of white paint. Okay, I'm going to write my sentence so you can see it. You guys can finish up your sentence or draw a picture to match. What might you be painting with white paint? Maybe some clouds or some snow like we had yesterday and we're supposed to get more tomorrow. Oops, I missed a word. I have a tube. That's right. I have a tube. Oh my goodness. I have a tube. I'm making so many mistakes. I have a tube of white paint. Paint is a little tricky. We're going to practice words like paint next week, but I bet some of you remember how to spell it. Okay, ready? Oh, you guys got it. You're doing a really good job. Here we go. I, capital I, because it's the beginning of the sentence, and it is always capitalized when it's by itself. I have, H-A-V-E. I have a tube, T-U-B-E. Make sure you have that E, otherwise it says tub. I have a tube of white, W-I-T, white, and it has that magic E. Paint, P-A-N-T, paint. We're going to practice these next week, vowel teams. Remember, when two vowels are walking, the first one does the talking, right? So the A is making the sound and the I is silent. Very good. All right. Let's work on a little bit of math. You have 2 more subtraction topics today to work on. In your schedule, there's links that you can click right on them, the little blue words, and it'll take you right to where you need to go. Okay? So let's practice some more math today. We're going to practice some subtraction. Okay? So I'm going to show you a few number sentences, and I want to see if you can find the pattern for what number sentence might come next. Okay, give me just a second to write some of these down. Oops. This is what your topic looks like today. Okay. Take a look at these. What looks like it's coming next? What patterns do you see? See, 9 minus 9 equals 0. 9 minus 8 equals 1. 9 minus 7 equals 2. 9 minus 6 equals 3. What number sentence do you think comes next? Look at the patterns. Look at the numbers going down. What do you notice about all these numbers? They're all 9s, right? These are all ways to take apart 9. First, they took away all of the numbers from 9. Maybe if you had 9 apples, they took all 9 away. And then there were 0 left. So look at the pattern here in the middle. Now they took 8 away, then 7, then 6. What number should go there if we're following the pattern? 9, 8, 7, 6. What number should go here? We're counting down. So the number that would come next is 5. We did 9 minus 8, 9 minus 7, 9 minus 6. Let's do 9 minus 5. Very good, Zane. I miss you too, Emerson. 9 minus 5. Very good. And I bet, oh, I see Zane got it. Caleb got it. Good job, Maggie. And I bet we can figure out what comes here next, because I noticed this has a pattern here too. 9 minus 9 equals 0. 9 minus 8 equals 1. 9 minus 7 equals 2. 9 minus 6 equals 3. And 9 minus 5 equals 4. Very good. I noticed that Ulysses just wrote 9, 5, 4. That's perfect. It can be hard to find these other symbols. You can just write the number that's missing, or you can try to find the pluses and the minuses. But if you can't, just write the numbers. That's great. That's called being flexible. We just have to do the best we can, right? Very good. Excellent. I miss you too, Ulysses. You're doing a great job. You guys all are. I love seeing what you guys are writing while I'm teaching. Let's try another one. This time I'm going to put it in the middle. So let's see if we can figure it out. Give me just a second to get it started. Okay, let's see. I love you too, Nella. Thanks for all the sweet messages. Okay, let's see here. What's missing? See, 8 minus 5 equals 3. 8 minus 4 equals 4. This one's missing. 8 minus 2 equals 6. 8 minus 1 equals 7. And 8 minus 0 equals 8. So I see 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. These are all ways to take apart 8. Then when I look here, I see 5, 4, 2, 1, 0. 5, 4, 2, 1, 0. And then here I see 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. What goes in these hmms? Looking at the pattern. I see a bunch of you've got it. Yeah, the first one that goes here is 3. Very good. 8 minus 3. And if you look here and here, right, these are in a fact family. If 8 minus 5 equals 3, then 8 minus 3 equals 5. And if you notice, that fits into the pattern. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. You guys are doing a great job. Let's do one more of these. And then I'm just going to write some facts, and then I'm going to have you type in your answers. Okay, let's try. Let's see if you can figure out 2 of these. Okay, you ready? These are facts with 10. So here I have 10 minus 6 equals 4. 10 minus blank equals blank. 10 minus 4 equals 6. 10 minus 3 equals 7. 10 minus 2 equals 8. And 10 minus blank equals blank. Let's start up here. What numbers are missing from here? We have 6, blank, 4, 3, 2, blank. 6, blank, 4, 3, 2. What number is going to go in there? And then here we have 4, blank, 6, 7, 8. 4, blank, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, very good. This one's missing 2 5s, right? This is the doubles fact taken apart. If we know that 5 plus 5 equals 10, we know that 10 minus 5 equals 5. Very good. So here we have 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. What goes there? Then we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what goes there? 10 minus 6 equals 4. 10 minus 5 equals 5. 10 minus 4 equals 6. 10 minus 3 equals 7. 10 minus 2 equals 8. And 10 minus what finishes the pattern? Yep, first I need a 1. 10 minus 1 equals 9. Excellent. Now I ran out of room, but can you guys think what would come next? If I could write another one right down here, what would I write? I have 10s, then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What other number could come here at the bottom? What could I put underneath? Could write one more number sentences. 10 minus, what would come next? Yep, I could put some on the top too. But on the bottom, one more I could do to follow the pattern is 10 minus 0 equals 10, right? If I had a little bit more room. Nice job. I see some of you got it. Good job. 10 minus 0 equals 10. Excellent. Kiss your brains, everybody. You guys did a great job. So one of your topics looks just like this on IXL today. So you can go on the schedule and click on the blue words and it'll take you right there. Okay? You guys are doing an awesome job on IXL. I got another certificate that I'll send to you guys on Friday to show you how much you've done. Very good. Okay, so in your schedule, I wrote down a question that said, would you rather live in a farm or would you rather live in a castle? And I'm going to change it a little bit. If you already wrote it, or if you still want to write about that castle, that's fine. Oh, hi, Milo. But I'm going to change the question a little bit to would you rather live in the city or the country? Because those are the books, those are books that I have that I can read to you a little bit about. But if you would rather use the one that's on the schedule, you can do that too. I mostly just want you to write a little bit today, so it's up to you. So I have 2 books. One is about a character who lives in the country, and I think we've read this book before, but this one's one of my very, very favorites. And then this is about a little elephant who lives in the city. And you'll see that in both places, there are good things about living in that place and maybe not so good things about living in that place. And then you can write about where you'd rather live. We all live in a city and we live in a big city. This city is New York, but our city is very similar. Right, good, Ulysses. If you already did it, that's great. Okay, so let's read the Little Elliot Big City first. Little Elliot Big City. I'm going to take this off. And look, here are all these cupcakes. Sometimes you can tell little clues just by looking at the pictures, right? So I wonder what this book has to do with cupcakes. I see a little elephant here, and there's a little mouse on the back. So I bet that these might be the characters, and maybe the problem is something about getting a cupcake. Let's wait to see. Little Elliot, Big City. Little Ellie was an elephant. Look how cute. He was different in many ways. He's got little polka dots on him. He had to be careful not to be stepped on. Look, he's so little. And he seems to be the only elephant in a human world. That would be hard. He had trouble opening doors, and he could never catch a cab. So in the city, there's lots of buildings really close to each other. Probably our neighborhoods look a little bit like this. There's lots of people squished into places. Where's the picture of the train? There's lots of people close together. Little Elliot loved living in the big city. But sometimes it was hard being so small in such a huge place. Maybe you feel like that, being a kid in a big city. He had to be careful not to be stepped on. Look at all those people. Maybe if you're a little kid, you feel this way too, that all these big people are around you, pushing you around. He had trouble opening doors and he could never catch a cab. So he just feels too small for this big place. Even life at home was a bit challenging. Maybe some of you are feeling this way too, maybe having a little bit more chores at home or just spending more time at home. That being little is sometimes hard to do the things that adults are doing. Still, Elliot enjoyed the little things, small treasures, and most of all, cupcakes. So he enjoys seeing these flowers coming out of the cracks, all these treasures, and this bakery. Now you'll see, and where Ferdinand lives, that he lives so far away, it will probably be hard and take him a long time to get to a bakery. So what's nice about a city is that there are stores so close to us, you can get almost anything you want, just not having to go very far. One day, Elliot tried to buy a cupcake, but no one noticed him. Look, he's so small. He can't reach. But look who does. Someone just his size, right? All of these adults are busy looking up and high up, but this little girl is just his size, and she notices him. Walking home, Elliot was so sad that he barely noticed a thing, but he saw someone even littler than himself who had an even bigger problem. So a nice thing about the city is that even we can't really go to them right now, but most cities have really beautiful big parks. And here's his little friend who's having an even harder time than he is. "Hello, Mouse, what is wrong?" asked Elliot. "I'm trying to reach some food, but I'm too small," said Mouse, "and I'm so very hungry." "I can help," said Elliot. Elliot felt like the tallest elephant in the world. You know what this is, right? He helped somebody, and now he's feeling really great. He just filled a bucket. That's exactly how it works, right? When you fill someone else's bucket, your bucket feels full too. So because he helped the mouse, not only is the mouse happy, but Ellie's happy too because he was able to help him. The next day, Mouse came with Elliot to the bakery. Look at them with their teamwork, able to get the thing they want. They are cute, aren't they? Ellie has a whole bunch of books. I'll have to see if I can get more of him. Elliot finally got his cupcake. And something even better. What's the thing that's even better than a cupcake, do you think? Having a friend. Yeah. So there are some troubles for Elliot living in the big city. He just felt too small. And it can be so crowded. Like in this picture, both things are happening. But sometimes the great thing about a city is that he can go to places easily, like a bakery, because they're all so close by. And there's so many people in the city, it can be really easy to make and meet new friends just kind of being out and about. So those are some nice things about living in a city. There's lots of different stores around and places to get cool things and ways to meet new people. But sometimes it's hard to live in a city because it's very crowded and you can feel very small. So let's see how Ferdinand feels living in the country. Ferdinand actually has both things happen to him. He starts off in the country and then he goes to the city, and we'll see how he feels about it there. Yeah, there is a movie about Ferdinand, and it's a little different than the book, but it is funny. This is one of my favorite books, though. Ferdinand. Once upon a time in Spain. So this kind of looks like a castle if you wanted to write about a castle. There was a little bull, and his name was Ferdinand. All the other little bulls he lived with would run and jump and butt their heads together. But not Ferdinand. Look at all this open space. You can't even see any buildings here. He liked to just sit quietly and smell the flowers. Now, the only flower we saw in Little Elliot was the flower in the sidewalk. Look at all these flowers here in the country. He had a favorite spot out in a pasture under a cork tree. A pasture is a big field where food is grown. It was his favorite tree, and he would sit in the shade all day and smell the flowers. It looks very peaceful there, huh? And quiet. Sometimes his mother, who was a cow, would worry about him. She was afraid he would be lonesome all by himself. Why don't you run and play with the other little bulls and skip and butt your head, she would say. But Ferdinand would shake his head. I like it better here where I can just sit quietly and smell the flowers. His mother saw that he was not lonesome, and because she was an understanding mother, even though she was a cow, she let him just sit there and be happy. Yeah, I feel the same way. As the years went by, Ferdinand grew and grew until he was very big and strong. Look at how big this guy is. He's not a little calf anymore. All the other bulls who had grown up with him in the same pasture would fight each other all day. They would butt each other and stick each other with their horns, and what they wanted most of all was to be picked to fight at the bullfights in Madrid. Hi, Miss Bartlett. I love this story too. But not Ferdinand. He just liked to sit quietly under the cork tree and smell the flowers. So these bulls wanted to go to the big city, Madrid, to do something called bullfighting. It was mostly that they just wanted to show off how strong they are, right? So all of these bulls wanted to go and prove that they were the strongest bull, but not Ferdinand. He liked the country and his pasture and his fields. One day, 5 men came in very funny hats to pick the biggest, fastest, roughest bull to fight in the bullfights in Madrid. All the other bulls ran around snorting and butting and leaping and jumping so the men would think that they were very, very strong and fierce and pick them. They were trying to audition, which means to kind of prove that you were the best one so that you would get picked, right? So they were all showing off, but do you see Ferdinand? Where do you think he is? Ferdinand knew they wouldn't pick him, and he didn't care. So he went out to his favorite cork tree to sit down. He didn't even want to be a part of that. But he didn't look where he was sitting, and instead of sitting on the nice cool grass in the shade, he sat on a bumblebee. Ooh, what would you do if you sat on a bumblebee? Well, if you were a bumblebee and a bull sat on you, what would you do? You would sting him, and that is just what this bee did to Ferdinand. What do you think's going to happen to him? Wow, did it hurt! Ferdinand jumped up with a snort. He ran around puffing and snorting, butting and pawing the ground as if he were crazy. The 5 men saw him, and they all shouted with joy. Here was the largest and fiercest bull of all, just the one for the bullfights in Madrid. But is that who Ferdinand really is, a fighter and fierce? No, they just saw him in the middle of a bee sting. So they took him away from the bullfight day, in a cart, and off he goes to Madrid. What a day it was. Here he is in a city now. Flags were flying and bands were playing. Look, remember here in the country, we couldn't see any buildings. He has such a big pasture. But now here he is in the city and you can't see any ground. All the buildings are so close to each other. And all the lovely ladies had flowers in their hair. Just like at home, he likes those flowers. They had a parade into the bull ring. First came the bandolieros with long sharp pins with ribbons on them to stick in the bull and make him mad. Next came the picadores who rode skinny horses, and they had long spears to stick in the bull and make him madder. Then came the matador, the proudest of all. He thought he was very handsome and bowed to the ladies. He had a red cape and a sword and was supposed to stick the bull last of all. I know, I see a lot of you getting very concerned. I'm concerned too. Then came the bull, and you know who that was, don't you? Ferdinand. They called him Ferdinand the Fierce, and the bandolieros were afraid of him, and the picadores were afraid of him, and the matador was scared stiff. Yikes. Ferdinand ran to the middle of the ring, and everyone shouted and clapped because they thought he was going to fight fiercely and butt and snort and stick his horns around. Now, do you think he's going to change the way he is just because he's in this big city now? But not Ferdinand. When he got to the middle of the ring, he saw the flowers in all the lovely ladies' hair, and he just sat down quietly and smelled. He wouldn't fight and be fierce no matter what they did. He just sat and smelled. And the bandolieros were mad, and the picadores were madder, and the matador was so mad he cried because he couldn't show off with his cape and sword. They're all so frustrated because he's not doing what they want him to do. So they had to take Ferdinand home. Here he goes, back to the country. And for all I know, he is sitting there still under his favorite cork tree, smelling the flowers just quietly. He is very happy. The end. Okay, everybody. So if you want to do the writing that I wrote on the schedule, you can write about if you'd rather live in a farm or in a castle, and you can tell me reasons why, just like you did yesterday with your opinion. Or you can write about these stories. Would you rather live in the city or the country, and tell reasons why? You can choose either one. Where would you rather live and why? And then today you're working on IXL. So you can go to the schedule and click on the blue letters, and it'll take you right there to do those topics. And you should try to do some reading at home on Raz-Kids or the books you have. Tomorrow, we're going to have a Zoom meeting, and that means we'll all get to see each other on the screen at the same time. So I'll text that link to your parents, and there also is a password just to be safe so that nobody we don't know comes into the meeting. And the password is our school name, Goethe, with all lowercase letters. And I'll send all of that to your moms and dads. Tomorrow is Superhero Day, so if you have a superhero costume, you can wear that. We're also going to do a show and tell, so you can bring your favorite stuffed animal, and we're going to read Knuffle Bunny and talk about our favorite stuffed animals. If you're wearing sports jersey today, you can take a picture and send it to me. Mr. Almasri really wants to see all your sports gear because he's such a big Chicago fan. So if you've got a picture, you can send it to me and I'll show it to him. I know it'll fill his bucket. Okay, everybody, you guys are doing a great job. I see all of the work you're doing on your computers, and I'm really proud of you. And people are sending me pictures of their writing, and you guys are really doing awesome. So keep up the good work, and you guys all have a really good day. Okay? Bye, everybody. I love and miss you all.